Hello, hello. Welcome back to Souls Charity Marathon 2023 chat. I've got so much good news, even in just the 3 minutes since the last time I was talking. Much has happened. First of all, I would like to announce with great pleasure that we have hit $3,000 on the first day of Souls Charity Marathon 2023. And that has occurred thanks to a very generous donation from Dr. Dino, who donated a very nice $69 to get us to that $3,000 milestone. And Dr. Dino leaves the comment, heckin' nice. Heckin' nice, dude. Thank you very much. Thanks everyone who's donated so far. And thanks to our runner, Ducksual, who is going to be taking us through an Soul Level 1 No Wrong Warp run of Dark Souls Remastered. How's it going, Duck?
Hey, yeah, it's going all right. Yeah, so this is going to be Soul Level 1 No Wrong Warp, which means I'm not allowed to level up, and I'm not allowed to Wrong Warp, which means I do have to defeat the Four Lords and offer the Lord Soul to the Lord Vassal in order to open the Kiln of the First Flame. I cannot just cheat my way in there. There will be lots of other cheating, but not to get in there. I should level up attunement, Carl. I should, but I can't.
Well, on the subject of cheating, I have some news for you, Duck. I'm not sure if it's good news or bad news. I honestly don't know. But this is related to our incentive for this run, which was Asylum Demon Skip, something that I don't know what it is. But I regret or am pleased, one or the other, to inform you that you got to do it because we smashed that incentive.
Yeah, it's not commonly seen, and it's not viable in most runs. But in this run, it's kind of you can just do it on the way, so it's quite neat. In that way,
we will make it viable.
Hopefully, I'll get it in a couple of tries because, well, you'll see. There's a chance I run out of items, but it should be fine. All right.
Well, I'm excited to see that. Thanks to everyone who donated to that incentive.
Yeah, thank you.
I've never seen this skip, so I'm pretty excited.
Yeah. It's a weird one, I guess.
You sound a little less excited, Duck.
I'll be happy if I get it right the first time and don't have to load a save because I get stuck in a wall or or just run out of stuff to do the glitch with, because it does involve getting an input right, or I start losing items. But yeah, are we all set?
I think we're all set. I think we're ready to go. Do you want me to give you a countdown?
Yeah, sure.
All right. I'm going to count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, Dark Souls Remastered.
All right. So yeah, this is, as we said, is Soul of 1 No Wrong Warp, so I will not be leveling up and I will not be wrong warping, but there will be a lot of glitches. So, right off the bat, well, there's Asylum Skip will be the first glitch, and there was a way of doing this that existed in Prepare to Die edition, where you would kill Asylum Demon first, and then do a quit out or a warp. I can't remember which one it had to be, but you'd do that, and it would break the game script, so you could open this door and run past a live Asylum Demon with the key. But this is not that skip. This is a different remaster skip, which is based on a pick up and enter glitch, where you pick up an item and enter a fog gate at the same time. And what that does is it makes your character kind of spin around. And so the issue is if I mess up the inputs, which can happen, I won't pick up the item and I have to quit out to try again. And I've only got so many items that are I can just do the run without this. So hopefully I'll get it in like the first couple of tries. Preferably the first try. Anyway, so we ask her to get the Estus Flask and the key, and I'm going to have to kill these hollows who normally you'd run past, but they will get in the way of doing the skip.
Well, we can't have that.
Yeah, like, because it's kind of a precise lineup, and the more irritating thing is I need to turn without moving, which is kind of fiddly. Oh, he's going to hit me. Okay, got that one. No. Fine. And this guy, is he going to drop a short bow? I got a short bow earlier today in practice. That was like the first time I've ever had the drop. And it completely messed me over because I wasn't expecting it. And it's like, oh, this would actually be faster. Okay, so you see the little... I got to like get here and I'm lining up this sort of souls counter line with one of these brick lines. And I've got to try and turn without taking a little step forward, which is one of the more irritating... There you go. And there we go. So now... You see, I'm sort of climbing up this wall. And I'm going to run into it a little bit and then jump away. And we jump over the wall and we skip Asylum Demon.
What? Brother,
so, that's
that
kind of
is
like
wild.
That only works in the remaster as well. And in most routes, you either need the souls or it takes way longer to do that. Okay, so
GG's on that. That was great.
Which I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick dupe of this soul. That's a quantity usage glitch, which involves using sort of a preset stored 99. And the reason oh, that was a long load. Reason I have to do that immediately is because I'm going to pick up another of the same soul. And if I have two of the same soul, it would just use both of them. But I need to use them each for a dupe. And that is another remaster exclusive sort of dupe glitch. I'm just going to heal here, because otherwise I'm going to forget and I'm going to embarrass myself by dying when I do a jump later.
Very
right,
cool.
So
it reminds me of some of the... Go ahead.
Yeah. So I forgot to equip because I did the glitch, and I wanted you to be able to see it. So I need this soul, and then the next glitch I'm going to do is an out-of-bounds skip to free the Pyromancy teacher, as Pyromancy is going to be the main damage dealer for this route. So I got to jump around here. And this is another sort of remaster exclusive thing, is that this ladder can push you up. If I turn at the right time, which I didn't do. You see now I'm like stood on top of it. I can roll here and I can just get out of bounds. Here, and I can conveniently talk to this merchant while I'm out of bounds. And I'm going to buy a few things. I'm going to buy 999 arrows for a dupe glitch. I'm going to buy a couple of poison knives, which I'm actually not going to use. But I used to. And 25 homeward bones, and the 25 is important. I'm just going to heal here, because I had a little bit of damage earlier. And I do a jump here to get here. And now the Pyromancy teacher is kind of behind this wall. I'm just going to throw a few fireballs in his general... Okay, that sounded like that was his barrel. In his general direction. And then I'm going to dark sign. And hopefully we should find... I'm going to store 999 for a dupe. And the Pyromancy teacher's here because I broke the barrel that holds... Oh, hang on. I got to do the glitch again. So this is like a double menu duplication glitch, and I get to use this one soul 999 times, which I need to do here because I need to upgrade the Pyromancy Flame to maximum level, because that is what I need to use for ONS. Yeah, this is very much a thanks for adding that one feature of multiple usage to the game, Q-Lock, in the remaster. Buy Fire Orb, Combustion. I'm going to buy Flash Sweat, which is going to be used for a skip later. It just makes it a bit easier, a bit more consistent. At least when I'm doing it. And anyway, so... Yeah, that's the first thing. There's quite a lot of glitches, like, immediately. And now we have, like, a bit of a running section. Because I'm going to get the red Tearstone ring, which is a significant damage buff.
Yeah, that was like the wildest first 5 minutes of a speed run I've ever seen or
Yeah.
something.
It's there's a fair few things that go on. I mean, adding the extra asylum glitch did, you know, just keep going. But yeah, now there's just I just got to run through Valley, and there's a tower you're going to see in the distance that I got to run up and pick up the ring there. I'm going to grab a shield here and a soul, which I'm going to get for it's a backup. If everything goes right, I don't need it. But if I die like jumping off RTSR tower, then it's faster just to use the soul I can get here to get souls I need for Andre, rather than having to try and go back up the tower to pick up lost souls. Anyway, there's like a minute or so of running if there's any donations before stuff starts happening again.
Sure. Yeah. Congrats again on pulling off that asylum glitch first try. I've actually never seen that before.
Yeah, it's
very, very
new.
cool. And thanks again to everybody who donated to that incentive. I think it was a $300 incentive.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Which, yeah, and that $300 is enough to support a displaced family through our charity partner, Save the Children, covering emergency needs, including shelter, basically saving the lives of an entire displaced family in one of our planet's most vulnerable regions where Save the Children works. So that's a very great thing that we did, and also a very cool glitch that we got to see out of it. So GG's everyone, great work chat. And let's keep it going. Let's keep it moving. We just hit that $3,000 milestone. Remember, your donations are going to a great cause, and I would love to read some more hilarious comments and support our charity.
Yeah, so thankfully didn't die rolling off the tower. You can get like a stored roll there if you don't press at the right time, and then the drakes just kind of destroy you. So I'm going to send this elevator up and heal, and then I'm going to do an up warp, which basically works because the elevator's default location is at the bottom. And when you load in, it sort of warps from the bottom to the top, and I was just very slightly count as being on the elevator, so it pulls me up with it and skips the elevator ride, which is kind of neat. Right, so here's the Black Knight, who normally in leveled run you'd be killing for the halberd, but I'm just going to run past him and hope he doesn't do anything. So there's a bit more running here. I'm going to head to Andre to get the secondary weapon of the run, because I would just use Pyromancy the whole time, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to fight Quelag later, and Quelag is immune to Pyromancy. So I need something that can do damage to Quelag, so I'm going to get a battle axe. Oh, is he going to fall off? He's in a position that he could fall off. I don't think he will, though. Sometimes the Black Knight just decides to run off the ledge there. Didn't look like it, though. But yeah, so I'm going to get a battle axe +5, and that's going to be what I use to fight Quelag later. But that is not going to happen until after I've done Sen's Fortress and Anor Londo, which means that I'm going to be doing Sen's Gate skip as soon as I get to Parish and head straight towards ONS. So if you saw... Actually, earlier, I think that route doesn't do it, does it? The Lord of the Rings route. I think it does wrong warps instead. So yeah, this is going to be Sen's Gate skip coming up, which is a death cam skip. And basically there's usually like a big gate that is closed and you can't get through. But by running up and activating a death cam, you sort of go to an area where the gate's no longer loaded, and the death cam prevents it from being loaded. Anyway, first off, I'm just going to do some quick purchasing here. I'm going to buy 9 Titanite shards to upgrade the battle axe. I'm going to buy the Crest of Artorias to go to fight Sif later. And I'm going to reinforce this battle axe 2+5. Okay, that's all the talking to Andre I'm going to need to do for a while. So I'm going to run up here, and I'm going to attune. I'm not going to forget to attune. That's Fire Orb and Combustion that I brought earlier. And that's going to be enough to do Iron Golem and ONS. Anyway, so I'm going to run up here. I'm going to attract the attention of a hollow up here. And I'm going to use him to do a riposte animation near a wall, which happens to to trigger the death cam without, hopefully, triggering the kill plane. Different angle. So yeah, this is Sen's gate skip. This is the death cam. And I'm going to try and navigate to where the stairs are, which is where the exit is from the next level down, is like right under those stairs. Come on. There we go.
Every time I see this skip, I'm just like kind of blown away at how you guys can navigate from this top-down death cam through all these textures and stuff and still make it into Sen's Fortress.
Yeah, thankfully a lot of it's running in a straight line. Anyway, that's Sen's gate skip. And so now I'm inside Sen's Fortress and the gate is still closed. I would look behind me, but the snakes do a lot of damage at SL1, and I don't want to risk it. Okay, so we're going to run through here. This is mostly like all just cycles, so if it goes wrong, it's like... because I didn't manage stamina properly. Okay, I'm going to actually wait this cycle, because I got hit on when I was doing practice of this earlier, so I'm a little spooked. But that was fine. So you wait here, the classic scripted boulder appears just to squash that guy. And yeah, so having picked up RTSR, this is going to be the first usage of it coming up in a second, or at least the setup. So RTSR is a ring that basically kind of like doubles damage or thereabouts when you're below 20% health. So there are a lot of setups that are just designed just to get you below 20% health. And this is like the first one, if I get it right, is you jump here, get hit by an arrow or a bolt. I'm just going to wait this cycle. Cool. So that's set up RTSR, and I'll put the ring on when I go through the fog gate. But first I got to just punch this guy out the way. A little hit.
Excuse me.
Yeah. And we'll run through here. That's good cycle. And this is a surprisingly greedy soul route, given that it's given that I don't level up. And I'm going to grab this 8,000 soul here for another dupe. But that will be the last dupe, will be that soul after Onsen and Smo. And that is going to be to buy pyromancies from the second pyromancy teacher, which is part of why you have to upgrade to at least +10, but getting the full +15 saves casts on Ornstein and Smo, which you really want to save. Like, you want them to be as few casts as possible.
Yeah, anything to get out of that fight as fast as you can.
Okay, this is Bob. We're just going to punch him out the way. Get this. And I'm going to have combustion. And so Iron Golem has like a sort of scripted fight that hopefully will work. Where if I do 400 damage below the knee, and then another 200, heal 4, I can chug an Estus, I think, and get through here. Yeah. Alright, so that was Iron Golem. You know, I'm going to take a safety bonfire here, just because I can see that it hasn't happened in practice, so this would be the time to get hit by 2 throwing knives from Painting Guardians as I climb the ladder.
Classic.
So I'm just going to take this bonfire, because I don't want to do that again, and yeah, and there's not much you can do about that when it happens. It's like, this hasn't happened in practice, so if it happened, this would be the perfect time. Anyway, so I'm just going to rest here.
Really quick. Welcome in, Raiders. Mr. KS, SR. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. And welcome to Souls Charity Marathon 2023.
Alright, so I did some quick sorting. That was just to put the soul that I'm going to dupe later at the top of the inventory to make it a bit easier to dupe later. Yeah, so this is Rafters coming up. This is like one of the sketchiest parts of the run normally. Oh, getting killed by arrows has happened before. It just hasn't happened in practice, which, yeah, you see no arrows. That would have been fine. Nah, because if I hadn't taken it, you know that's when they'd strike. Right.
Yeah, it's always when you use a peach strat, nothing bad happens, and when you try to YOLO stuff, you get annihilated.
Okay, so thankfully, these guys die to one caster combustion, which is pretty convenient for this. And normally you'd try to like shield bash out the way, but because I'm going to be taking the safety bonfire for Ornstein and Smo, I can just use these casts. I don't need to conserve them. I also regenerated them by taking the other bonfire, so I've got plenty of spares for ONS. Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, he was kind of in an awkward position.
Interesting. He really wanted to have his moment at the marathon.
Yeah. Okay, I'm actually going to quit out here so I can heal. Yeah, say it's a calculated RTS. That was not a calculated RTS.
Yeah. I was like, at first I was like, is this a setup or?
Well, technically, yes, but practically, no. There's no reason to have a setup here. Okay, that's a good attack. I can just keep running. Yeah, a recoil, indeed. Anyway, so I'm just going to be listening for anything. No, nothing there. Run past this one. I'm going to roll. No lightning spears in the back. That's always nice. So here there's all sorts of timing and stuff you can do, but I'm just going to run and do a jump and quit out. Which did dodge 2 arrows, which is nice. And by quitting out just past this window, the knight will try to melee, and he will just run off. Which is kind of convenient if you don't have much damage there. That's kind of a useful strat.
Very cool. I didn't realize you could manip his AI with a quit out there.
Yeah, that's one of the like comfy strats. Okay, I'm gonna take this, and I actually need to take this armor off. I'm realizing, because I do still actually need RTSR, but I'm gonna get it from this knight. So like optimally, you would take neither of the bonfires I've taken, and you would get RTSR on the way here. But yeah, that's not really marathon safe. Although phase 1 of this fight is pretty comfy. You'll see why, because this is another use of that pick up and entry glitch I used for Asylum Demon. So what I'm going to do here is after I set up RTSR, I'm going to enter the fight and I'm going to quit out. This is to spawn Ornstein, because if I did the glitch without entering the fight first, he would just not be there. Okay, so Ornstein has now been spawned, because they do like the cutscene, and then he's just in the arena. Anyway, so I'm going to line up. This is another like line up at a fog gate using. I use the spell box on the left hand side. Oh, I accidentally pushed enter before I meant to. So let's try that again. So yeah, this is an AI break glitch, which will mean that there's no AI for phase 1, which is kind of nice because nah, I pushed those wrong. This is what could have happened at the Asylum fog gate, which would have made me run out of items. But I've got 999 arrows now, so I'm not at risk of running out.
It seems like the same tech, like the same glitch, different fog gate, kind of.
Yeah. It is the same thing, but the outcome is not that I get pushed up. It's just I'm going to walk around the boss trigger, basically, is what happens here. If I can get it. There we go. So you're going to see I sort of enter like through the side wall rather than through the fog gate, and so they just stand there, which is really nice for magic route because Ornstein likes to jump. Oh, I've still got the wrong bindings on, yeah. That's for another glitch later, those bindings. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of nice. And I'm going to try and get a cast off at the beginning. Good. And it should stagger. Get another one. And another stagger. And another one. That was a bit sketchy at the end, but it worked. I'm gonna equip the bow.
GG's, that was a great fight.
And the arrows. Yeah, and making the elevators better than my practice run went. I'm gonna do how I would normally do this anyway. So, like, because I took the Anor Londo bonfire, I don't actually need to do what I'm gonna do here, but this is like how the route would normally work, so I just show off. There's usually a thing where if you die in Dark Anor Londo after you've killed Guinevere, it warps you to the Anor Londo bonfire. So I jump down here.
Oh no, you died.
Yeah. And that's just part of the routing. Is that, yeah, you would spawn here, and now I can warp to Firelink. Or if I can if I do my menuing correctly.
Is now an okay time for a quick donation?
Yeah, you can get one in, yeah.
Sure. I've got $69 from Wolfie. Wolfie says, first of all, let's go Duck. Second of all, nice. Thank you, Wolfie.
Thanks, Wolfie. Yeah, so we're coming up to the first air rolls of the run, which is like a full damage cancel glitch. First, I need to dupe again. Because, there we go. All of this magic is really expensive. But I'm duping exactly 200,000 souls for a specific glitch. I need to not have enough souls to buy something in order to duplicate something else. Which is kind of a weird thing to think about. But it'll become clear at this merchant. Right, so I got the battle axe equipped. I've got the headpiece is all I need to put on to get into a mid-roll, which is what is needed for the air roll glitch. And this is actually going to be a plunge into air roll skip through Upper Blighttown. And it's going to put me pretty near the pyromancy teacher down here. So you see I'm mid-running now. I should run off here, plunge here, spam roll, and somehow still survive. Okay. I thought that was not going to work, but it worked. Yeah, and so you do a couple of rolls and survive down here. And I'm going to just do a quit out just to make sure I de-aggro everything. So yeah, some Prepare to Die runners don't know about this area.
Yes.
But yeah. Alright, so I'm going to finally get my maxed out Pyro Flame. And so here, I want to buy this spell, Great Combustion, but I want to buy more than one copy of it. So I'm going to use the fact that I can't afford Fire Whip, and I'm going to like mouse over to it as I buy Great Combustion to switch the spell. And if I time it correctly, it'll let me buy 99 copies of it like this.
Now go.
And that's what I need for like some of the later fights where you need just slightly more cast than you get otherwise.
Whoa.
So I take a really roundabout route after getting smashed by one of those guys in a practice run. I'm like, I'll just go a little bit further around for safety. Okay, and I have 4 moss clumps, which is really good for a marathon safe run. Because if I die to Quelag, I still got a few more attempts. This is the longest, probably the longest fight in the run, because it's the one you do with the lowest damage, which is like Battle Axe +5. There is potentially a faster version of this route, which spell swaps Great Combustion with Heavy Soul Arrow for Quelag, but that involves like frame perfect inputs, and in practice that was not good for me. Oh, she's not giving me my favorite RNG. She's just spewing like fire where you don't want her to be spewing it. I'm gonna sort of try and bait her away from the lava. No. Thank you. Ooh. What's she doing? She's exploding. Great. I think that lava's gonna go soon. This is one of the few fights where you get to think about, oh, this lava's gonna disappear.
So she's completely immune to fire damage, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, you could. There is this pyromancy that can hurt her, but it's really bad. Like, the damage from it is terrible. You can't actually kill. I think you could do it with Toxic Mist, but the guy you get Toxic Mist from is behind Qualag. She's, like, properly covered the arena, hasn't she? Is there, like, even a... maybe I could squeeze over here. There we go. I was like, can I get past? Oh, yeah, I got to do another dupe glitch here. But actually, I should have done it a bit faster, but there we go. Because I want to dupe those humanities. But I was too busy thinking about, she's blocked my exit. Alright, anyway, yeah, so that's Qualag. I don't need to ring the bells, because I'm going to be placing the Lord Vessel with Karth. But I do need to open this shortcut, which is why I had to dupe the humanities there. And this is another, like, remaster Q-Lock benefit. We're just going to kick Engi a couple of times. And get past him. And I'm going to offer, like, all of my humanities. I'm going to join the Covenant. And this is going to open a shortcut later in the run. Which is going to allow me to skip some other fire-resistant bosses, which is kind of nice. Anyway, I'll just offer all 99. I don't need humanities yet. I will be getting more later, because they give you resistance, which is really useful for Nito. I'm going to attune Great Combustion and warp to Undead Parish. So we're going to go and deal with Sif.
Can I get a quick note into chat?
Yeah, sure.
Just wanted to update everyone that we do have an incentive coming up in our next game. It's going to be Hollow Knight. And the incentive is to save the grub. Chat, we are less than $50 away from hitting that save the grub incentive. Don't let my grub die. He doesn't deserve it. Save the grub. Save the children. Let's hit that incentive. Back to you, Duck.
All right, so there was another little RTSR setup with the Titanite Demon there. Get the Pyromancy Flame. And we're heading towards Sif. Sif is required in order to get the Covenant of Artorias, in order to fight 4 kings, which is both going to be the way that I get the Lord Soul, but also I'm going to place the Lord Vessel with the Serpent Karth, who appears after you fight 4 kings. And 4 kings is one of the trickier fights. Just as long as, like, they're not horrible, it should be fine. But yeah, so we make our way to Sif. We're going to be picking up the stone armor along the way in order to have some defense when fighting Nito. Because, yeah, I'm still pretty squishy, because obviously I haven't leveled up, despite having quite a lot of damage now, which you'll see on Sif. It's quite an improvement from Qualag. So yeah, I just do a little run on there to skip having to run around this building and grab the stone armor and head towards this fog gate. Well, this door, I guess. For Sif, I ran out of stamina because I wasn't paying attention. Yeah. And this is a pretty straightforward fight. I do not need the Hornet Ring because I'm going to be doing Gwyn, obviously, with Pyromancy still. And the Hornet Ring doesn't give me any benefit there. So I'm just going to put on the Stone Helm and pair the Tattered Robe for air rolls later. And yeah, we're gonna fight Sif. So any Sif, anyone who likes Sif, just close your eyes for
Look away,
minute.
chat.
Yeah. damn it. And yeah, that was Sif, and you can see the damage was quite a lot better than it was for Quellag.
Pretty
All right.
beefy.
Oh, no, Covenant. So now I'm going to warp to Filing. I'm going to equip the Covenant Artorias. And I hopefully managed to switch that to Homeward Bones, but I don't know if I quite managed to get that off. No, I didn't. Okay, but that's fine. I'm going to grab these Humanities for extra healing later. I'm just going to drop down here. I'm going to try and set up RTSR here, but it's kind of like precise. And so quite often I don't quite get enough damage. But I'm going to have a go. So run across here. Parry. Double backstep. Oh yeah, no, that's going to be probably even more than I wanted. Okay, we can swap that over here. I'm going to send this up just in case things don't go quite as well as I'd like. And I took such a small jump that I didn't actually get enough damage for RTSR. I thought if I took a big jump, it'd be too much. But then I took too small of a jump. I'm just going to take another jump. There we go. Okay, so yeah, there's a skip coming up, which is Seal Skip, which makes use of like a slope quit out. And I'm also going to make use of the fact, possibly, that when you quit out, you move backwards ever so slightly. This is used in Prepare to Die for Fire Sage Elevator Clip, which unfortunately doesn't work in Remaster, but moving backwards still works. And it can be used to do like a slightly easier version of Seal Skip, where I'm going to turn around here, and I'm just going to backstep and quit out. That might have worked first try, but if it doesn't, I can just keep quitting out, and it will eventually work. Oh, I didn't quit out fast enough. Well, it was going to happen sometime. That's fine. I just have to run back. I had that moment of like, did I make it down? And then it was like, nope, but I'd already thought, did I make it down too quickly? Like the classic, oh, I made it. And then you realize you didn't as you fall down and die.
Yeah, that one looks very precise.
It's okay.
Not too bad?
Nah, yeah, it's just I just didn't. I thought something else had happened and didn't quit out fast enough. If I'd quit out again, it would have been all right. But usually you like fall instantly, and because I didn't fall instantly, I didn't quit out as fast. All right, well, thankfully I sent the elevator up, so let's just do this again. Oh, that is even more damage than last time. So this time, maybe. Yeah, okay. So that's kind of what you're hoping for. Just hop over here and just do the skip again. Thankfully, it's not too bad of a run back to do. Oh, look, some souls.
Can I sneak in a donation?
Yeah, while I'm loading in, hopefully.
I'll wait till after the skip.
Okay, so yeah, this is like going to be a couple of extra quit outs. So you saw then, yeah, that I fell again. And that's because it moves slightly backwards every time, so... Eventually you end up down here, and you can just roll down here and quit out to seal skip. And this is like going to go straight into the Four Kings fight. Actually, there's going to be plenty of time after Four Kings if you want to wait for that for donations. Because I got to do a lot of running in Anor Londo. And there's like not much going on, whereas there's going to be a fight in like a few seconds here.
Yeah, let's go get those kings.
Yeah, so this is a 3 kings fight, unfortunately. No move swap makes it a bit tricky. You can actually get a 2 kings fight at SL1, but you need the Crown of Dusk or like 6 frame perfect spell swaps. So I'm just gonna punch this guy. Thankfully, you can still do quite a bit of damage while they're disappearing. I'm going to drop another item here, which is going to help me navigate to where the third king will spawn. But this is where the second king will spawn. That's why I dropped an item when I entered. He's going to spawn, like, here. And I'm doing a punch because that actually, like, saves me a cast on the last king. Okay, now when I can see, where are we? So the third king is going to spawn like somewhere over on sort of like a triangle shape you can make with those two. So the third king is going to be somewhere over here, somewhere. You kind of have to try and judge it, and quite often the items are never quite in the same place. There we are. And second cast, and that's 4 kings out of the way. And now I got to figure out where the bonfire is. There, okay. So I'm going to take this. This is actually a safety bonfire in case things go a bit wrong later. And I want to take a bonfire for one of those other things. And I got to talk to Garth, and I have to say yes. This is like the most important moment in the run. There we go. Okay, we did it. If you say no, he just disappears, and you have to then go and kill gargoyles, ring the bell, all sorts of other stuff. All right, so now I just walk to Anor Londo. I'm going to remove this helmet, and we're going to head towards Seath and Duke's Archives. Well, yeah. All right, so we got a bit of time. I'm just going to be running through up until I do Duke skip. So if there are any donations or anything you need to announce, now's a good time.
Oh, there are. GG's on the run so far, Duck. This has been very exciting. And a lot of tech and glitches I haven't ever seen before, actually, from not knowing this category. So, been very cool.
Yeah, it's...
What else is cool? Well, I'll tell you. I've got 2 donations to read. I've got $50 from Peanut. It says, Grub saved, which I am imagining in the Dark Souls boss slain font. Thank you so much, Peanut. And thanks to everybody who donated to that incentive, which we have just passed. The grub
Nice.
will live. Also have $15 from Mr. KS, who says, which also might be pronounced Marks. And they say, Pure Vessel Best Boss with a heart. Thank you so much for the dono. Pure Vessel Best Boss. I don't know. I don't know about that one. I'm going to have to watch that Hollow Knight speedrun and reformulate my opinion. But before that, we got some more Dark Souls Remastered. Back to you, Duck.
All right, so I just did the... Oh, nice. Humanity dupe. Which is to get a bit of resistance for the Nito fight later, and also for a skip that's even later. So I'm trying to run up here past this guy. And we're going to do Duke Skip, which is one of the oldest skips in Dark Souls 1. And it's going to get me to avoid having to do an encounter with Seath earlier. All right. And so this is set up, which hopefully I will get correct. There we go. So it's like a nice little bow setup to deal with the fact that rolling is usually like you can do it in any direction, and the bow restricts you to only being able to roll forwards, backwards, left, and right, which makes it easier to do a precise sort of roll setup. I'm just going to do a quick air roll skip there, down here. Try and get this lever. It's one of the final bosses of the run. That lever is kind of tricky to get. I'm going to equip the battle axe because I'm going to do another glitch, another AI break glitch, which is toggling to break the AI of the clams on the way to Seath. And the way that works is, if you saw Goofball's run earlier, he probably explained it better. Uh, but essentially, the AI updates like its target list every, I think it was like 5 seconds or something. And when you toggle weapons for whatever reason, it deloads your character so you do not appear on the list. And if you toggle as you would be updated, you don't get added to the list and the enemies can't see you. So I'm just going to be spamming toggles in a minute. And it'll mean that the clams don't know where I am and don't ruin my fight with Seath. First, I got to two-hand this pyro flame and hopefully get the setup right. Should be good. And now I just have to spam toggle left until I get into the arena, basically. And hopefully the clams won't see me, otherwise there's going to be a lot of quit outs. Okay, so he will wake up, but he won't actually chase me. He'll just sort of turn around. And as long as I keep doing it, they won't enter the fight. I'm going to actually wait a second, because Seath also gets disabled, and that means he's a bit too far away. Normally. And that is Seath. So you see, you do pretty good damage with the Pyro Flame. The Seath goes down in like 6 hits. Anyway, so now we're going to make our way to Pinwheel and Nito. And this is actually like probably one of the scariest sections of the run. So I have 16 casts of Great Combustion, and I need 15 to kill both Pinwheel and Nito. So like, if I miss one on Nito, it's kind of bad. I'm gonna try and do this all in one go. If I die here once, I'll come back and take the bonfire. But unless I need like 4 casts to kill Pinwheel because he dodges, I'm gonna try and do this all in one go. But yeah, sometimes Pinwheel dodges a pyromancy, and then it's a bit too tight for a marathon run. But I'm doing fairly well for time, so I'm going to give it a try to do it as I would in an actual run, rather than taking the safety bonfire. Okay, dude. He normally casts a fireball at you, so I was kind of waiting for it, and nothing happened. So, this is another glitch that might mean I should come back and take a bonfire, is there's a plunge air roll I've got to do here. And there's a lot of bone wheels down here, and make it a bit tricky. Okay, made it down. I'm going to quit out to just de-aggro them. Nice, okay. So made it down here. And yeah, Pinwheel is actually kind of concerning in this route because he's 3 casts and a punch. Which is generally about 2 more hits than you want to do on Pinwheel. Oh. Okay, there we go. Gonna heal. Yeah, that was a bit dicey, but it's fine. Yeah, you don't really want to get that stored roll. Alright, so just running through Tomb of the Giants. Oh, something fell off. Jump up here. Nice. And try not to fall on here. Okay, we did it. It's like, so there was a no wrong warp, what was it? It was like a PB chamber. And like the first 2 runs that people did that got to, was it no wrong warp? I think it was no wrong warp. They were doing runs to Nito, and the first 2 runs that finally made it this far, they both ran off there. It's quite an easy spot to just run off the ledge. Okay. So yeah, Nito. Basically, I'm just going to equip the stone armor, and I got to hit Nito with 12 casts of Great Combustion. So there's kind of like some waiting involved, because if you try and cast at certain points, you will always miss. I'm going to try and do a full damage cancel into the arena. Nah, it didn't work. Okay, 2-hand and block to avoid the big attack. Oh, 2-hand and block. So one of the problems with this route is I can't kill these dudes until I'm fighting Nito. Like, I can hit them while I'm fighting Nito. Oh, I could have got another cast in there. All right. Whew. Okay, that is Nito. I'm going to switch my armor to this armor, which is a bit more fire resistant. Yeah, 1 to spare. Okay, I'm going to try and do this skip again without taking the bonfire. So this is coming up is... oh, hang on. Attune. Yeah, okay. I remembered. I always forget to attune there. Whew. So this is Ceaseless Skip coming up. I'm going to try once without taking the bonfire. If I fail it, I'll take the bonfire next time because it's a lot shorter of a run back. Yeah, so this is skipping over all the lava, and there's a few parts to it. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot an arrow at a wall near an enemy, which will cause the enemy to just run off, which is good, because otherwise halfway through the skip, he'd start getting in my way. You can do the skip with him getting in your way, but it's a bit more tense. So I'm just going to shoot there. I'm going to cast Flash Sweat to give me a bit of extra lava damage resistance. And I'm going to jump here, plunge here, and roll. So that was like a full damage cancel from the plunge. I'm just going to sort of try and navigate around this ledge. Ooh, that was a lot of damage. Yeah, okay. Okay, we made it up here. That's good. And now the sort of last dangerous bit. Okay. Chug. And I'm going to roll 3 times. Which is going to get me onto this rock. I'm going to heal up again. And we're just going to roll the last bit. And that was Ceaseless Skip.
Woo! That's another one I've never seen before. Very cool.
It's a really old skip, but it's been like superseded in the Prepare to Die edition. You just clip through the elevator and skip this whole area. But Remaster, the clip through the elevator doesn't work, so you have to do the skip. It's a pretty cool skip, though. But yeah, it's one of the older ones. Thankfully, there is no more worm. Sorry, Oye. So when he says more worm, there's a worm that spawns over on my right here. And you can use that to skip Fire Sage by grab cancelling an attack. But because this is remaster, I've opened the shortcut. So I'm just going to go this way instead and skip Fire Sage the normal way. We get to take this shortcut. This is like
this
one
is a
of
rough
the,
event for Asylum demons. No Asylum, no Fire Sage.
Yeah, we'll get to see all of them in other runs. So, like, I know that we're doing. I'm doing an all bosses randomizer with Master on Sunday. So.
Oh, nice.
That'll be everything. I actually just golded that segment, so that's nice. Alright, so this is like... There's like 2 things that can still go wrong here. Hopefully they both go fine. I have backups just in case. Like, if this guy smashes me, which is possible, I'm probably just going to load a backup save rather than doing all the skip again. So let's just roll, punch. And he should just let me past. Good. Because I don't really want to, but yeah, he just like one-shots me. He decides he's going to. And yeah, just heading to Bed of Chaos. I'm going to do Toki Bombs. And hopefully not get Firestormed, which is the one other thing I have a backup save, because I don't think running all the way back to Bed of Chaos is going to be enjoyable. Okay, dodge that. That's good. Alright, I'm going to take this off. Prepare this for Gwyn.
Whoa!
Yeah, so slide down here. I'm going to throw 2 well-placed bombs. You can see these like 2 orbs either side. And the bombs I'm going to throw are going to take out those 2 orbs from the center. Because for some reason, she's not immune to fire damage on the orbs, but is immune to fire damage on the main boss. So I'm just going to line my head up here, like with these branches. Just tap forward, and then throw, and then do the same over here. I'm going to tap and throw, and hopefully destroy both of those. Oh, that's good. That's nice. She didn't do a firestorm on top of me. There we go. And that's Bed of Chaos. Done. And now we're going to head to Gwyn. Yeah. This has actually gone pretty well. I think the only thing was that seal skip death. Right, so Gwyn is going to be an AI loop. Every time you cast like a spell at Gwyn, he jumps to the side, and so you can kind of just chain casting spells at him, and Combustion is really good for this. I'm going to try and like loop the AI and kill him with the battle axe. But first I'm going to put on my helmet so I don't die to the RTSR setup. Okay. That was close. Nearly forgot. Yeah, you post your Frankazis in chat, I guess.
All the Frankers in chat right now.
So yeah, the one thing about this Gwyn strat is they have to delay the first cast of Great Combustion in order to finish with the Battle Axe. If you do like a riposte finish, like with the Battle Axe, Gwyn dies faster. So it is generally worth, as long as he doesn't grab too many times, or, you know, any times would be good. Alright, so let's see what we get. So you see, he just like hops.
Oh.
And that's Gwyn. That's like the best Gwyn RNG, him just doing that attack as well. And the quit out spawns me outside and gets the Dark Lord ending. So there we go. That is Dark Souls Remastered, Soul Level 1, no wrong warp.
Woo! GG's.
Yeah, that went pretty well.
That was a great run. That was fantastic. Great commentary too. I really, really enjoyed seeing some of those lesser known Dark Souls glitches.
Yeah, this is not many people do this run. A few people have done the hammer route. I don't think anyone's got a run of this route yet. There is like a potentially faster version that involves the spell swaps, which is mostly faster because you can get 2 kings and you get a faster Quelag, but I haven't practiced that. And I only just thought of the faster Quelag strat like really late. Yeah. That's,
very cool.
Yeah.
I like that there's, like still development happening on this game, even though Remaster's 5 years old now? 7 years old or something?
Something. Too many years.
Like
that. But yeah, it's a pretty nice run. There's some tense moments when you've only got so many spells left. But it's pretty good. I like that.
Yeah, it's
route.
interesting that this route makes Pinwheel actually concerning.
Oh yeah, no, Pinwheel is like, yeah. Too many casts for Pinwheel. If you could do like a red Tearstone ring, you could do RTSR Pinwheel, and then it's only 2 casts, so you can cast twice and then get hit by a fireball.
Yeah, just set up on the bone wheels, no problem.
Yeah, I've done that and then done what I said, followed up from it. Anyway, thanks everyone, and thanks for the donations to get the incentive for the Asylum skip. I was glad I was able to get that fairly quickly at the beginning.
Yeah, that was great.
It's like a neat little remaster skip. Doesn't save any time, but it's cool. I think I found that it's basically the same time to either do the skip or to actually just fight Asylum Demon. Just depending on trying to get that set up quickly is tricky.
Yeah, so it usually doesn't actually end up in a time save.
Yeah, like if you take too long to get like the turn without moving, then you're just leaking time. Anyway, yeah, thanks everyone. I'm glad I was able to do a fairly solid run of SL1 No Wrong Warp.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Duck. Anything else from you before we go to intermission?
No, that was it. Thanks, everyone. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the marathon. And yeah, I'll be doing another run on Sunday. So hopefully that one goes just as well.
Cool. Yeah, we'll make sure to catch that one. Thank you again.
Right.
Also, what's up, Larks Up? Thank you for that raid. Welcome in, Raiders, and welcome everyone to Souls Charity Marathon 2023. Where we are raising money for a great cause through our charity partners, Save the Children, while playing some of the coolest games of all time, faster than they've ever been played before. I'm your host, Carter, aka. This is SoulsSpeedruns. This is Souls Charity Marathon 2023. And we just wrapped up a spectacular run of Dark Souls Remastered, Soul Level 1, No Wrong Warps, Pyromancy run, with the insane Asylum Demon skip, which I'd never seen before. That was very cool. A lot of tech in that run that was pretty exciting to see and new to me. I try to keep up with the latest and greatest in Souls speedruns, but there's so much development still happening with so many of these games. Even over at the Demon Souls Remake nursing home, we come out of retirement to try out some new skips now and again. So it's really cool to see how these runs continue to develop and diverge into different routes, and then see it all come together at this end of the year event. We've got another fantastic, super fun run coming up next. That's going to be a run of Hollow Knight. And once again, thanks to all of your very generous donations, we have shattered our incentive for Hollow Knight. Demolished it. That incentive was history long ago. And that incentive is going to be Saving the grub. The grub will live. All right. We're going to take a quick intermission, and then we'll be back. All right, chat. Thanks again to everybody for tuning in. We're going to play a quick video from our charity sponsor, Save the Children, just to, keep us informed about why we're all here. So we'll roll that, and then we'll be back and get set up for Hollow Knight. Stay tuned.